hardware presentation by me and Shreek only today. The things we'll go over is similar to what Matt went over, but it's going to be input, output, processor, storage and control, just in a little bit more depth. First we start off with our inputs. Inputs is information supplied to a computer or program whenever you enter an input. Devices such as a keyboard, mouse, scanner, and even digital cameras are all considered input devices. For example, when you type on your keyboard, the information transferred into that system processing component, which Shreek will cover later, is then outputted. Data generated by a computer is referred to as an output. This includes data produced at a software level, such as the result of a calculation, or at a physical level, such as a printed document. Output devices in any device which translates computer language into an easy, more interpretable form. For example, a computer monitor displays a lovely pretty image for us humans to read. Output devices are normally categorized into types of output devices such as audio, video, and haptic. This means your hearing, your visual, and feeling. Examples of each respectively include speakers, monitors, and your game controllers.
Process devices include 2. A central processing unit, also known as a CPU, is an electronic circuitry within a computer that carries out the instructions of a computer program by performing the basic arithmetic, logic, controlling, and input-output processes specified by the instructions. A graphics process unit, also known as a GPU, is a specialized electronic circuit designed to rapidly manipulate and alter memory to accelerate the creation of images in a frame buffer for output to a display device. GPUs are used in embedded systems, mobile phones, personal computers, workstations, and game consoles. A motherboard is the main printed circuit board found in general purpose computers and other expandable systems. It allows communication between many of the crucial electronic components of a system, such as the central processing unit and memory, provided connectors for the peripherals. A network interface controller is a computer hardware component that connects a computer to a computer network. A sound card is an internal expansion card that provides input and output of an audio signal to and from a computer under the control of computer programs. The term sound card is also applied to external audio interfaces used for professional audio applications. A storage in terms of hardware refers to devices that are able to temporarily or permanently hold data. The unit of measurement for this data are otherwise known as bytes. So, more commonly in a computer system, we would see gigabytes, megabytes, and kilobytes. 1 gigabyte being made up of 1024 megabytes and 1 kilobyte being made up of 1024 megabytes. There are 2 types of storage devices, secondary and primary. The purpose of a secondary device is to permanently hold data that can either be external or internal. A few examples of storage devices are USBs or flash drives, CDs, hard drives, SSDs, otherwise known as solid-state drives, and tape drives. External storage devices are used to store large pieces of software such as games, 4K videos, just about anything that can be placed in a file. Primary storage devices are used to temporarily hold data. They are the fastest in terms of accessing data out of all devices. Some examples of these devices are RAM sticks, otherwise known as random access memory, or cache. The point of storing data temporarily is to speed up a computer's processing. If a computer was constantly accessing data from the hard drive, the whole computer would slow down. The alternative to this is temporarily hold the data that has been accessed by the hard drive and the information is stored in the primary source. The limitations to how much memory a computer can hold all depends on the value and specifications of the piece of hardware. Key features about a RAM stick is that they are volatile. The information stored in the RAM stick will be completely wiped out if you turn off the system. They are also incredibly fast. An Xbox One can process about 68.3 gigabytes per second.
Controllers in this context is not the controllers that you know. This is more of an input device. Controllers regulate behavior and manage data by commands in code. As a result, data is directed to where it needs to be. You can see where controller gets its name though. They regulate human behavior to just a few buttons. Controllers in this sense act very much like traffic controllers. They direct traffic so there isn't too much chaos. Controllers maintain order, just like how traffic lights direct cars to roads and how cars follow commands of the traffic lights. If there is a green arrow, you must turn. If there's red, you must stop. This analogy holds strong when transitioning to the hardware in this context of computers and technology. An example of a controller is a network switch. Network switches direct internet data, and be grateful for this, as without a network controller, some random person could intercept your searching session. Imagine poor Joe next door opening Google Chrome to find out what you were just searching for. USB ports are connected to your motherboard, which is excellent for directing data from your USB device, whether a mouse or a hard drive, into the computer's processing unit. A motherboard directs data from RAM to CPU, CPU to GPU, all across everything. It connects data to your storage devices, it connects data to your input devices and output devices, and so on. These controllers are key in the communication between hardware. That's it.